All right. And by the way, I already looked ahead. Our next test is next Friday. For those of you guys who are, going, oh my gosh, I can make an A. All right. You got all kinds of things working for you, trying to get into high school. All right. It's more and more competitive. Grades are important. So here we go. First thing, graph each line using a table. When you graph a line using a table, all right, this is the only day we're going to do it. Then after that, I'm going to show you a technique. You won't need a table anymore, but this is just for basics. So I always say when you're going to graph a line, you're always going to let X, which is called the independent variable. And if you want to make yourself a note, independent. Y is the what? Dependent. X is independent, Y is dependent. Now, how do I remember that? I say Y always depends upon X. X can be anything. X can be anything. That's why they say it's independent. But Y depends upon X. Now, you got to listen to what I'm saying. I'm going to let X be three numbers, -1, 0, and 1 every time. So I'm going to put -1, then I'm going to put a 0, then I'm going to put a 1. Now everybody knows I can plug -1 in for 2. What's -1 times 2? -2. What's 0 times 2? And what's 1 times 2? Now right off the bat, you need to say, hey man, I have no idea how you're getting those numbers. What? Did you understand how I put -1, 0, 1? I just told you to put those numbers in. Those are the three numbers you're going to use to graph a line, -1, 0, and 1. That's what I said. All right, -1, 0, 1. Now I put -1 in for X. Do you understand how I got -2? Because I'm plugging -1 in for this X right here. Plugging -1 in for X. So that's 2 times -1. Then it's 2 times 0. Then it's 2 times 1. Anybody have any issues with that now? Now you're simply plotting those 3 points. And look what happens when you plot those 3 points. They're going to line up in a line. So we're going to go -1, -2. Then we're going to go 0, 0, and then 1, 2. And magic, those 3 points line up in a what? Line. So it makes a line. Any issues with that? Anybody have any issues? All right, I told you that's how simple it is. What?
Wouldn't it be -1 times -2? Or not?
I don't have any idea what you're saying.
Is it really? Isn't times 2 negatives?
No. Listen to what I'm telling you. Y equals 2 times -1. Are you looking on the board?
Yeah.
So Y would equal -2. Y equals 2 times 0. Y equals 0. Y equals 2 times 1. Y equals 2. Do you understand that? What?
Not really.
I'm plugging -1, this -1, in for X. That's all. 2 times -1 is what? -2. 2 times 0 is what? 2 times 1. That's it. William, you good on that?
Yeah.
All right? You're with me, right? Okay. Now, we're going to just try number 2. All right? I'm going to get your calculator in a second. All right? I'm going to get your calculator in a second. All right? What numbers am I going to plug in?
-1, 0, 1.
-1, 0, 1. So when I plug in -1, I get what? -3. When I plug in 0, I get, when I plug in 1, now do you understand that, William? All right, here we go. Now plot those points, everybody. -1, -3, 0, 0, 0, 3, or 1, 3. And again, Those 3 points make a what? They make a line. That's how simple. Okay? Now, number 3. Now you have to pay attention. I don't like -1. Why do I not like -1? Come on, come on.
Well, how would you count 1, 3?
To the right 1 and up 3.
But then it wouldn't make a line.
That just means you didn't graph the points properly. Come on now, that's a good question. Did you go left 1 and down 3? Now again, right there on the board is where I'm at. -1, -3 is right here.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Yeah.
0, 0. Come on, guys. 1, 3. Plotting points. We've been doing that a long time. All right. Anybody else have any question with number 1 or 2? What?
My line sometimes like a little bit off.
I can't help that. Right? I mean, look at mine.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, using your fingers just impossible. I just want to tell you that. All right, that's why I say I think everybody should invest in a nice stylus. All
Yeah,
right,
you can hold it. You can hold it.
I understand that, but it's still your fingers got to touch the screen in the right spot. All right. Now, number 3. Why is 1, 0, and -1 bad numbers? You'll get fraction. So what number instead of 1 should I put in? No. What number? Very good. -3, 0, and 3. Why am I putting those in?
Oh, so you can multiply.
Yeah, when you multiply by 2/3, the 3's are going to do what to each other? They cancel out. So again, when you come up with a fraction, the x value is whatever the denominator is. And that way it'll cancel out and it's not dealing with a fraction. Because again, you're not going to be able to plot 2/3. All right, so here we go. I'm going to plug -3 in. So again, if I plug -3 in, 2/3 times -3. What is that? -2. Oh my goodness. Come
Oh, I see.
on, come on, guys. Come on, man. You guys, you don't get it. Use a calculator.
6%.
Come on. You're asking me what 2/3 times 3 is, and I'm trying to show you how to graph a line. If you forgot, that's what the calculator is for. 2/3 times -3. Use your calculator. All right, I know I can't help you. Now, plug 0 in. What do I get? Y equals 2/3 of 0. Now, plug 3 in. What do I get? 2. Thank you. Simple, simple, simple game. Now we're going to plot those points. All right, so I'm going to plot -3, -2. -3, -2. 0, 0. And then I'm plotting 3, 2. And the reason why I'm doing 3 points is because I want you to see that if you make a mistake with 2, you won't know you've made a mistake. Right? If you plot 3 points and they don't line up in a line, that means you made a mistake. All right? So now graph these lines, or graph that line, I should say. And there you have it. Simple, simple, simple. What? No, it's not always. Remember I told you, stop doing absolutes. It's always. There's never always in math, okay? All right, what? Yeah, because it was the denominator, right? I put the x values because I want to not have a fraction. All right? Now, what I want to try to do now is I'm really, man, and as slow as that was, I'm really nervous about the calculator now. All right, because some of you are having a hard time listening. All right, so please put your calculator in your hand. All right? And listen, you have to listen. And if you're like, well, I'm just going to finish what I'm doing, and then I'm going to leave you in the dust. Stop doing what you're doing. Put your calculator in your hands. All right? Now, for us, several key things. All right, I'm going to show you how to do it on your calculator. First and foremost, y equals is on the top left. Top left. Does everybody see where it says y equals? Hit that button, y equals. All right, now that allows you to enter point or enter an equation. All right, so the first equation is 2x. So I'm going to type a 2 in. Now I need to show you where the x is. All right, now in math, this is an advanced calculator. So you use it for algebra 2, use it for calculus. There is this button, x, theta, n. All right, x, theta, n, and maybe even a t. All right, find that button. I don't, just find it. Trust me, there's a finite number of points or buttons. Find that and then hit that button, and an X should appear right next to the 2. Does anybody have any issues with that? Everybody got that? All right. Where's yours? Okay. Now that we have y equals 2x. Now, sometimes when you're using your calculator, what happens is your screen is messed up. So I'm going to show you what I want. I want everybody to hit the zoom button. And the zoom is in the top. All right? Everybody see zoom? Then when you hit zoom, a window comes up. And then we're going to go down to standard. All right? I want zoom standard. That puts it into a 10 by 10 screen, which is what I have. All right? Now hit zoom standard and magic should happen. Did you get it?
I tapped it and it said invalid.
Okay, so let me fix something real quick. And now turn your calculator around and let me see that you know what you're doing.
Can you draw something?
Mr. Sure.
Here, just let me see. Look, guys, I'm really not interested in being funny. I've got a lot of work to do and a lot I'm trying to teach you. All right, stay focused. If you got that line, you're in good shape. What happened? Y equals, you put 2x theta in. You just need the x. You don't need the other stuff. That's for 1, 2, 3 calculus. Okay, so let me help you on this real quick. Shh. Just stop bothering me. All right, who else is having trouble? Come on.
Why do we need this?
You don't have to hit zoom 6 every time. Who else is having issues? Come on. Come on. First of all, it's like playing.
It is right there. No, you can go back to 0. Just go near it.
Good. All right, good. Okay, now, again, guys, super important. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to go to number 2. Everybody go back to y equals.
You clear it?
Just listen. Go to y equals. Now, in my personal opinion, if you want, you can clear it out, or you can just type right over it, just like it's the keyboard. All right, you want to change the 2 to a what? 3. So go right over the 2 and hit 3, and then graph. And now it's the new line. Does everybody see that? Come on now. right? If you want to clear it and type 3x, you can do that also. So bear with me. Right? Lily, you good? Okay, so here we go. Now, remember, if you ever have problems, I want everybody to put down on their paper Zoom Standard. That generally fixes a lot of things. All right, I'm going to show you how to change that and what that means. But right now, Zoom Standard just means it puts it in a -10 by 10, -10 by 10. All right, now, in my opinion, all right, now I'm going to show you on your calculator how you use the table. So I need everybody's attention. All right, I'm going to show you where the table is. I want everybody, now, when I say second, all right, when I say second, that means there's a button on your calculator that will get you to a different level, meaning each button has the feature on the button and the one above it, and we want to go to table. All right, so I want to show you where the table is, which is right above the graph. So you have to hit second and then hit graph, and then the table comes up. That's what we're doing right now. Second, graph. All right, I want everybody to show me they know how to get to the table. Show me how to get to the table. You know how to get to your table. What are you doing? All right, second, and then graph. And now you have the table. You know how to get to it? You know how to get to it? Show me. There you go. Everybody over there. Tucker, you on the table? You on the table? All right. Now what I want you to do is I want you to scroll up and down. All right? You're scrolling up and down. And those are all the numbers. If you wanted to plug them in, that's how you could find the numbers. Does everybody agree with me? See how it's scrolling up and scrolling down, right? And you can plug in whatever point, and you can just pick 3 points and plot them. Does everybody agree with that? All right, now, the one that I think is important, though, is we want to plug in our own points. So if we're going to plug in our own points, I need to go to table set. All right, now, in order to find the table set, I want you to hit the second button and then the window, I believe. Does that say table set right there? Yeah. So hit second and then window. And now table set comes up, and then there's a bunch of information. I want to go down to the independent variable. What is the independent variable again? X. The X. Thank you for listening. The independent variable is X. I want you to put it on ask. So go down to independent, kick the arrow over to ask, and then hit enter. All right? Don't tell me to wait. All right? Good job. Some of you guys are paying attention now. Paying attention. Good. All right? Now, once you've done that, go back to table now. Second, graph. Go back now. Go back to your table. No, you didn't do this right. Second, table set. Oh, yeah, you did actually. I'm sorry. Second table. Now, these are supposed to be second. Right. Now, you can enter them in yourself. Now go back to watch how cool. Second table. And now they're blank. It's a blank table. Yes, that's good. Second table. Boom. There you go. Now, you get to put in your own numbers. That's why I like that better. All right? Go to table. Go to table. Now, type in -1, 0, and 1. It automatically establishes that. All right? Now type in -1, not -1, -1. If you type in minus, it'll say syntax error because it's trying to subtract something. Now, did you put -1, 1, 0 or -1, 0, 1 in, and it should give you 3 y values. Thank you, Lily.
They probably
Yes.
-3,
Yes.
0.
Second table set. Second table. Yours. This is what I want. All right, everybody's good? Everybody's good? Everybody's good? What? All right. The negative is right here. The negative is right next to the decimal. Negative. One. Enter. There you go. Okay. So there you go, guys. That's a big lesson today. Now you know how to find the graph. You know how to find the table. You know how to, I like to leave the table set the way it is because I want to enter my own points. I don't want the calculator to do it for me. All right. So now let's scroll down. All right. Now we're going to graph y equals -3/2 x. So what numbers am I going to plug in here, guys? Thank you for listening. Again, I'm typing in -2, 0, and 2. All right. Now type those in. Go to y equals and type in -3 divided by 2x. Everybody type that in. Y equals -3 divided by 2x. Under y equals, and if you're having trouble, come on, just raise your hand and say, I'm not listening. Everybody's typing in this equation. And now when you plug, what? Now when you plug in -2 in your table, what does it spit out? What does it spit out? 3. When you plugged in 0, you got? When you plugged in 0, you get? When you plugged in 2, you got? -3. So now let's plot those. No, you didn't get anything different from me. Mine is right. Yours is wrong. Fix yours. Don't try to fix mine. Now, graph. Did you fix yours or not? What? Did you type in y equals? Come on, Sienna. What is in y equals? Yeah, oh, you got to type it in. Miracle.
My line was okay.
No, it shouldn't be a little bit curved.
Not curved.
Yeah, it's okay to be jagged. It's the pixel. I'll teach you all about why it sometimes looks a little distorted. All right, but right now, you should be in the general shape of that. Okay, now, everybody go back. All right, someone else besides Lily, please tell me what numbers 4, number 5 am I going to type in on my calculator? Say. -3, 0. Yes, everybody type in -3, 0, and 3. Everybody go to y equals, plug in 2/3 x plus 1. Then go to your table because we don't feel like doing it. Type in those numbers, -3, 0, and 3. And then someone, William, what did you get? Uh-oh, Ava. No, I'm okay, what? Come on, don't be frustrated.
I got 6.
Don't be frustrated. So go to table, second table. Look here, let me remind you guys, in order for you to spit out the answers, you have to actually plug the equation in to y equals. All right, you've got to put under y equals the equation. Thank you. Mad Max, go. Tell me, what did you get for number 5?
Actually, I don't know.
Actually is not an
I
answer.
don't know the fraction thing.
Oh my goodness, a fraction, 2 divided by 3.
No, I don't know how to do the fraction.
Okay, let me show you. It's really complicated. Watch how cool this is. 2 divided by 3. There you go, man. There you go. All right. I know, I'm kidding you. Listen, there is a fraction button on your calculator, but that's for people who don't understand what a fraction is. A fraction is simply a division sign. So if I'm asking you to type in 2/3 x, you can go 2 divided by 3. All right, alpha y equals is what you were thinking about. If you want to type in the fraction, you can go to alpha y equals, and that gives you the fraction, but you don't need that. type in 2 divided by 3x plus 1, and I'm still waiting.
-1, 1 and 3.
Anybody else get this garbage?
Yeah, I got
-1,
6.
0, and what? And 3? Is that correct? -1?
Yeah, I said 1.
Oh, yeah, right. Right, you're accusing me of not hearing you.
I wrote down 1.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Now graph that, right? That's it. That's it. What? What did you type in here? 2/3 x times 1. That's why. 2/3 x times 1 plus sign. Now go to your table. Bingo. Yeah, it helps when you actually type in the equation correctly. That will give you a correct answer, William. Thank you. Uh-oh. And what?
Wait, I got
I believe you.
Yeah, so did I, Tom.
What?
I wouldn't know.
You got it upside down.
I didn't know I cared.
Well, what did you type in for y equals? There's no negative there. Oh my goodness, helpful to type in the right equation.
3.
Oh my goodness.
Trouble. Forgot the X.
I'm exhausted. What?
So I have it.
Oh, listen. Stop. Hey, stop. Stop.
I see it now.
Yeah, it's not straight on.
Look, guys, stop talking so I can get going. I got too much work to do. Shh. Here we go. Listen to me. All kidding aside, you can see, hey, you understand me, right? No, you're not listening now. I want everybody to listen. You understand me? I can show you so many cool things on the calculator. All right, but you got to listen. If I say type in 2/3 x plus 1, you can't type in 2/3 plus 1x. If I say type in 2/3 x plus 1, you can't type in 2/3 plus 1. You can't type in -2/3 x plus 1. You actually have to type in what I tell you to get the right answer. I'm not understanding you guys. I'm not understanding. All right, come on, join, pay attention, listen carefully. Tucker, I'm totally believing you. All right, hold on. All right, everybody, try number 6. Try number 6. What's the matter? What? Look, I'm not even going to judge you. Look, right here. 2 divided by 3, then x. Then an x. The problem is you're blind. You can't read the board. Not 2/3 plus 1x. Tucker, what? How am I supposed to help you? You can't even copy something off the board. What am I doing today? Wasting my time. Sienna, don't look at me like that.
I don't know how to put in the thing and then do all of the.
Thing and this and that.
I wrote all this stupid thing down and now I don't know how to do it.
Come on, y equals. Go to y equals. That's how you type in the equation. Now we're doing number 4. Type it in. Oh my goodness.
What do I do? I don't do that, bro.
Hold on. Okay, I really, we got to stop for a second. Stop. Your job tonight is to finish 1 through 9. I got to show you number 10, please. Everybody put your eyes up on the board, please. Eyes up. All right, now a new term today. A new term. Graph using the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Please, now again, I'm telling you something right now. It's a common theme, common topic. You have to, when I say what's the x-intercept, what's the y-intercept, you're simply going to say the x-intercept where the line crosses the x-axis, and the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. So I'm going to draw something up here. Now, some of you guys, this is what I keep telling you. This is why I get frustrated. I finally taught you can learn, and now you're back to doing what you want to do instead of listening. And that's why there's so much anxieties, because you're behind. Instead of stop and listen, you still just continue with what you're doing. Stop and go to number 10, like I said. Now I'm going to draw a line. Here I go. I'm drawing a line. And what I want you to do is, I want you to tell me, just by looking right there, this right here is called the y-intercept. So the y-intercept there is 8. Does everybody agree with that? So if, come on now, I'm telling you, I see some of you knocking on your iPad, you're looking at your calculator, and now you're missing everything, and then you want me to explain it to you personally. We're not doing that. Pay attention now. Stop looking at your iPads. It's not doing any good. That's not the right answer. That's just an example. Look up. The y-intercept is 8. So you mark the y-intercept as 0, 8. The y-intercept, the x value is always 0. The x-intercept over here is what? -5. So that would be -5, 0. So now what you need to write down in your notes right there is, whenever you want to find the x-intercept, the y value is 0. Whenever you want to find the y-intercept, the x value is 0. It seems backwards, but that's not true. So now you're allowed to write something on your iPad. You're allowed to write the x. Is that us?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a lot of work to do. All right, so your job tonight, all right, is make sure you have a calculator tomorrow. Make sure you know how to do 1 through 9. Everybody goes and does 1 through 9. And I'll finish up 10 through 20 tomorrow. All right? Yeah, you can go listen to the video. All right, guys, hopefully I was making sense.